Yo, welcome to the Game Club. Yeah.
That's our name?
Just simple, bro. Just simple. Hey,
The
look,
game?
so
Wait.
simple. He didn't even know.
I didn't know that. That's my.
Hey, seriously though.
Let me turn off push to talk real quick.
Seriously though, I feel like we need to just call this channel the Game Club because all we're gonna be doing is discussing games, bro. And it's a club of like-minded individuals who may or may not share the same opinion about games and how we progress through them. But the premise of this channel is we're tasked to play a game, and then we're gonna simply talk about it. The feelings that we got, the experience we had, and G-Bird, because he gonna have some out of here thoughts about all the things we
Everything,
did.
anything.
Yeah.
So there is. I don't know if we should admit this on stream that there are the game clubs, but the biggest one that I see is 6,000 subscribers.
But you're talking about. Hey, and listen, we straight off the cuff with it. You know what I'm saying? This is how podcasts happen, man. Well, hey, it's gonna be the Game Club something, but I have never seen a podcast in this fashion. Have you, G?
I haven't. I think it's dope too. And when you came into my stream and said it, I was like, it's a good idea for sure. We just gotta. The only problem I see is playing these games at the same time and like being at the same point.
Well, I will say I have completed more games than you have in the past couple of years.
How far are you in Wukong right now? Wukong.
First of all, Wukong. I did finish that game.
I didn't say that. I said Wukong. How far are you in Wukong?
Wukong. I mean, let's how about we introduce ourselves first? You know what I'm saying? They might not know who we are. Let's start with
everybody know me. They all know. You can go ahead. Everybody know me.
Rip. We're gonna talk about ourselves just a little bit, just to give you a little snippet of why we feel like we have
pose in the background.
Good opinions about video games and our background. If you are new to us and new to our channels, I am WCP. CP standing for Cliff Price. But I've been playing video games since 1989, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Well. But in that time, I just feel like anybody who's played games have went through the experiences that we're going to talk about. And I just feel like this is a safe place to talk about those experiences, man.
What was the system of choice back then? Like, what was the main system back then? 89.
89 Nintendo, bro. Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Yeah, regular Nintendo Mario, man. That's the first game I ever played.
Nintendo is the
Duck Hunt with the gun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. That's not. I'm thinking of Super Nintendo.
Yeah. Not Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. No, before that.
Okay, that's
the crazy thing is, before I even went to that realm, I went back and played the Atari. So the Atari was before Nintendo. But hey, man, you know what I'm saying? We'll get into that. We gotta get into this. Huh? Yeah, Pong, and Pac-Man, Asteroids, and Pitfall.
You played the first game ever made.
Bruh. I think Pong was the first game ever made. Look at us talking about, we have knowledge about video games, don't even know the first video game ever made, but I think it was Pong.
That's crazy that you're alive for that. So
anyway, WCP, that's who I am. As y'all can tell, I mean, we're gamers, so a little bit of ADD, ADHD is in there. But who are you, sir? Who are you?
Well, me. I am. So when it comes to me, it's hard to. It's like no.
My name is G-Bird. Grant. You know what I mean? Y'all call me G. Y'all call me Grant. Whatever. Gaming. I want to say my whole life since I was a little one. I think my first system was a Nintendo 64 or Dreamcast, whichever. Man. I don't know. One of them was first.
Both of them was heat, but Dreamcast is it.
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast is
I used
it.
to have WWF. I used to play the Dragon Ball Z on there. I used to
Bruh.
play
Bruh.
Hunter. I played some fire games on there,
Yeah.
but um,
But you don't remember if it was a 64 or Dreamcast? Because those
I
two
don't
systems
remember
were years apart.
which one was first.
64. That was
Okay,
007, Mario,
Okay.
Mario Kart, all of that.
Then yeah, my first one was a 64 for sure.
That
I
makes
had
sense.
whatever came out first. I had it. And I played it religiously. I had the Pikachu edition 64. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. You
Yeah,
had
that was
Pokemon
fire.
Snap.
Did I?
You
I might
probably
have.
did. Pokemon
I
Snap.
probably did.
'Cause that
I
was the
played
jam.
like Banjo and Kazooie
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Mm-hmm.
I tricked my grandma into buying me that game. She didn't know it was a lot of swearing and
Hey,
a lot of sex scenes in there.
the things we did when we was kids to play them games, bruh. Hey,
I told her, yeah, it's just grandma, it's just another game. It's just like Mario.
just
It's
videos.
just
Just video
it's a
games.
squirrel.
Hey, be
But
like that.
yeah, I'm a gamer. I'm a nurse. This is a very fitness year for me. I've been locked in on my fitness. You know? I know you can see it, whatever. I mean, but whatever. I mean, you know.
So yeah, we playing video games. We gonna have to redirect G a lot, y'all. But that's okay. It's all right, man. I believe in his knowledge and his feelings towards his games. But listen, we aren't the only two that you'll see from time and time again, but we are the two to bring it to you first and foremost. So, man, listen. Let's get straight to the chase. We playing Black Myth Wukong right now, bro. And that's how we going straight into it, bro. I feel like we didn't did the niceties and the introductions, but it's time for the meat, bro.
Yeah,
And
go ahead.
no. What I was gonna say was, and the way we're gonna lay these things out to you. So this is how we had this thought. We're playing games. And like I said, we need a safe place to divulge our feelings and emotions towards these games, bro. No matter what that is, we will also talk about like the pros, the cons of certain breakdowns in that we've set up for ourselves. So we're playing Black Myth Wukong. It is one of the hottest games out in 2024 right now. If you don't know about it, it's because you're living under a rock and you haven't evolved to playing better games. I promise you. But we took it upon ourselves that we would break down each chapter. So these streams are meant for us to set a benchmark, get to that benchmark, and then we come back and present to you a live stream, or not a live stream, a upload on our thoughts, feelings, reactions of each breakdown that we have. So go ahead, G.
This, I was just thinking about it. It doesn't have to be like say you are busy, or say we're not even playing the same games. We could break a game down ourselves. Like, say for example, how you got your Dubs CP or Dubs Ketchum channel.
Mm-hmm.
You progress Pokemon a lot further than I did. So say how Gamer Ranks. You ever heard of them? That channel?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
How they break shit down and some people. I think there's like Jake Paldino and some other guy. And they'll like break down this, and the other one will break down these certain games. Like, say you do something that I didn't do, or in a game like Survivor. I didn't play Survivor,
Right.
but you did. You could
should
come
have.
on here by yourself. I know.
You should have.
A lot of it, bro. It just wasn't catching my attention. But
Sleeping.
you could come on here by yourself and just break it down if you wanted to. I mean, we both could. Like the Final Fantasy games that I play, or well, you play Final Fantasy too, but Nair, you didn't play Nair.
I played 2 Final Fantasy games my whole life, bro.
That's wild.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
crazy.
But you're right, though. But the thing is, we want to keep it in the mindset of like, it's a book club. And as you have already seen me and G snack, we're gamers. That's what we do, bro. But it is in the mindset of a book club. My phone going off right now. Where you're presented a certain amount of work to cover before the next meeting. And that's what we're doing. So, off rip, We're talking Black Myth Wukong. Me and G have both successfully completed chapter 2. G is about to finish chapter 3, so I got a little bit of catching up to do.
These chapters are long, man. There's some long chapters. There's a lot of stuff to do.
So this first one, we're breaking down chapter 1 of the hottest game out right now. So G, hey bro, what's your thoughts, man? Initial thoughts of Black Myth Wukong opening scene through chapter 1.
This game was easy as hell.
Man,
Honestly, I did pretty solid on the first chapter. I didn't really struggle with any bosses. But you also talking to somebody, so I feel like I don't rage a lot. I sat there, yeah, I did. This game, it got to me a little bit. But I sat there and played 9 hours of Sekiro on the same boss without even no facial expression, no nothing. If you can fight the same boss for 9 hours, bro, you can do anything.
All right, but give a little bit of background to that though, G. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, or whatever the title is. You gotta break it down for people. What type of game is that?
The hardest game in the world.
To you?
No, to everybody.
Okay.
I guarantee. Let me look it up. I just want to see what people think the hardest.
While he looking that up, I'm not gonna lie. I did see this man take on one boss for 9 hours, and when I tell you, G-Bird, I'll say this, and y'all will get to know us better. But G-Bird is a very cool, calm, collected cat, man. He really is, man. But when I was in that stream and I heard G drop the F-bomb, I already knew. I already knew, bro.
What's crazy?
It was not. It wasn't easy, bro. Go ahead.
They got Elden Ring is the hardest. Then
No way.
Demon Souls.
No way.
Then Sekiro. Elden Ring wasn't that bad to me, bro.
I don't agree with that at all. And I haven't played Sekiro, and I haven't played any of the Demon Souls games because I'm new to this. I'm new to challenging games and challenging myself. I like games where I put in cheat codes, bro. Look, if I can make it easy, that's what I'm gonna do. G can tell you for the longest and I'll credit G for this. I was watching G stream, and by the way, we both have main channels that we play video games on.
We should add that into.
I'll put it down in the description. I'll put it down in the description. I'll have it float somewhere around here. But G was playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and I was like, "Man, what is this game, bruh?" And started playing it, and was like, "Bro, this is one of the greatest games I've ever played."
Horizon's fire.
And so I start moving more away from first-person shooters, sports games, to solo, single-player, story mode games because, hey, they fire. They absolutely fire.
You were heavy on Warzone and 2K. Like, you were heavy Warzone.
Right.
Like, that's all I used to see you stream was Warzone.
So
now I can't stand that game.
So G's initial thoughts of Black Myth Wukong was that it was easy. Oh, okay. Cause
now key word is initial.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
initial.
Okay. So my initial thoughts was, I'm a magic monkey, but I can't go where I want to.
I hate that.
Like that. Like, don't get me wrong. The game has opened up tremendously as I've played more, but in the beginning, I really didn't understand the mythology part. Like, Sun Wukong. This is a game based off of a book called Journey to the West, Chinese mythology. So I'm looking at it. The first initial thought that I had was, is this Dragon Ball Z? This man was flying in on a cloud. That's
Nimbus.
Nimbus. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He flying in on Nimbus. That's Dragon Ball Z. But little did I know, Dragon Ball Z's creator was heavily inspired by Journey to the West, which was the reason that he created Dragon Ball Z. So, take that out of context. I didn't know that at the time. They opened up with a battle.
fire.
I was like, wait a minute.
Man.
The opening battle, I'm like, yo, this is dope right here. And I had powers. I was like, oh yeah, I'm a magic monkey. I can do whatever. And then reality hit. Nah, bruh. I'm not even the main character in this story, bruh.
I was about to say, so you know that we aren't Wukong. You're working to find the relics to revive him right now.
Right.
Or release him or something.
So yeah.
But I agree with you. Like, there's no reason why. First of all, you're a monkey. You should be able to jump on a building.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
I can't wait for you. And I was telling this to my chat. I can't wait for you to get to the prison in chapter 3.
Man, look.
You gonna be so pissed with the fall damage. Oh
my God.
Yeah.
See, all right, let's stick to chapter 1.
Okay, all
right, so okay. So initial thoughts, like I said, I was confused. But as I progressed the story, I'm like, yo, this is fire. Like the aspect of, I guess, getting your spark and capturing will. Like, to me, theoretically, that's a dope concept. Like, in order for me to get stronger, I gotta find that spark. In order for me to get stronger, I gotta take your will. And so, like, willpower and like, you know what I'm saying, your mindset on, you know, the spark you have inside you. I was like, yo, this is a dope concept. Until I met that mother-sucking big blue mask dude.
The baby?
The big blue mask thing. You know what I'm talking about in chapter 1?
The big blue mask.
So okay. Because that was my first challenge. The big blue, it's like withering white.
The monk. Yeah, the baby face. He had a big head. Monk.
Yeah, he was blue. That's all I know was he was blue and whooping my ass.
He was something. He was something, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, how many times did it take for you to beat Blue Boy?
40 minutes. I don't know the amount of time, but 40 minutes. But what made me feel good about it is because my chat looked it up and they were like, you know, you're not supposed to fight him now. He's optional. You can leave. And most people leave and don't fight him. But the way I play the game, if I run into you, I'm not leaving until I beat you. So I had to sit there.
That tenacity comes out in this game, which I think that's the reason I liked Elden Ring so much, is because once you get beat time and time and time and time again on a boss and then you finally beat him, you're like, oh yeah, that just felt good. But there is something about Wukong that just doesn't feel right. It don't feel fair in some of the battles, bro.
No, it don't. It don't. I got a stick and I'm just fighting with a stick this whole time. I'm not liking that.
Bruh, so like,
give me a gun.
So like, I put a death counter on my videos, and I started with the blue dude, and it took me, I think, 6 or 7 tries to finally get him. But the whole time, it's like, bruh, the splash damage, like they can look at you and you get hit.
He had a Kamehameha wave.
Bruh, like for real.
The map.
Yeah, like and so as I've progressed, I've been saying it more and more, but I think back to chapter 1 and it was happening then too. Like, the dodge is not dodging. You are jumping into things. So you gotta accurately move away from something. It's not like, the button responds to you being in danger, so it moves out of the way of danger. No, you can jump and do a backflip straight into a Kamehameha, and I'm like, man, what is the point of the button? That jump, boy, is infuriating, man.
Yeah, he was tough. What else was chapter 1? It was the flame rat.
Mm-hmm.
The flame rat. It was that white
wolf Lingizi.
That white wolf, yeah.
The gold mask.
Wingizi. The gold mask. That was
the secret
baby,
boss,
right?
Okay. That was the secret.
There was that snake serpent guy. Or was that chapter 2? The
Uh,
snake guy. Before you fought the bear.
no. The bear was chapter 1.
The bear is
So
chapter 1.
yeah, that was man. So that's another thing that
There's so many
really,
bosses.
right? That's what really surprised me. Like you immediately get into boss fights. It ain't no option. Like you go straight into
Right
it.
away.
But the thing is, oh yeah, there was a frog in chapter 1.
Was there?
Yeah, there was a frog. Before you fought the snake guy, you're right. There was a the phantom snake guy.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. He was
Yeah,
right.
he got me. He got me a couple times, but
Did he?
yes, sir. He got me a couple times. But like the amount of bosses keeps the game interesting, but also, man, the boss fights just seem so unfair. Like I said earlier, bro, because the bosses have unlimited hitbox on you. But when you go to try to hit them, you don't hit them all the time.
No,
And that, man,
you definitely don't.
hey, man, that
It's
just
kind of weak.
yeah,
It's
it
kinda
really
weak.
is. It really is, man. Which boss in chapter 1 gave you the most trouble, though?
Easily the baby, or no, maybe the second form bear. The second time you fought bear, right?
The second time.
Or was it the first time? Wasn't that bad? He just kept disappearing into the wind. But I kind of learned how to avoid those attacks. So yeah, so you fought the bear. That was him. The wind thing. That was him. That was his first form.
Oh,
And
like
then
the
he ran
bald head
away.
man?
Yeah, and he ran away, and that was him at the end again.
Oh, see, that's
Just
another
in his bear
thing.
form.
That's another thing about these games, bro. I'm not paying attention to the story when I'm getting my butt whooped a million times, bro. I can't even pay attention, bro, because I'm so frustrated. And
Yeah.
so okay, so you're saying the second form, the final boss, was the most difficult for you?
See, I say that, but at the same time, I don't think so because I spent 40 minutes on that baby, the monk, Withering Light. But that could have only been like difficult because he was the first boss of the game.
Yeah.
Like it was my first time really having to try. So I mean, I'm still learning the game.
Yeah,
So
the true test.
yeah, so maybe I don't know. I don't know who was my most difficult. Who would you say yours was?
The bear. Easily the bear.
The second?
No, the
Final form?
the final form. The first form was also difficult for me, because that cloud step.
Yeah.
It again. It was not fair, bro. It wasn't fair, bro.
Now that I Jesus. Now that I got the cloud step, it ain't doing what his was doing. His cloud step was different, bro. I need that one. They gave me this off-brand cloud step.
Bruh. And so so that first battle, the bald head dude, I went into it and I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I get your move set now. So now I'm better prepared. And I went in and bruh, this dude would disappear when I hit him. And that's what I'm saying. My boy Antoine, who y'all will get to hear from periodically on here too, he talks about input response. So when we press a button, the game reacts to the button we've pressed. And that's not right. If I'm hitting a button, usually, especially if I got a strategy for the game, I'm trying to fool you to get the advantage, not be automatically put at a disadvantage because I hit a button. It's like, so how many times have you went to drink the gourd and they come at you and hit you? How many times have you had that?
Yeah, that happens. But I also think it might just be bad timing on your part because it don't always happen. Like I know I can learn I can see their attack pattern. I'll wait for them to do a crazy move, and then after that move, then I'll drink my shit. And,
Okay, and I get that, and I totally understand that. I totally understand that, and I watch you fight that lightning dude in chapter 3. And man, listen.
Was it the dragon?
The one that had the one move that you couldn't dodge. You immediately died.
Yeah. And so that was an optional. That was an optional boss.
And it's like I'm taking the option of pressing a button because I'm thinking, oh, I got you in my sights. I've lined you up because I've read your steps. I know what you're going to do. Tell me why the first form of the bear, I had him to a slither of health, bro. And I go to swing a stick of all weapon choices, bro.
That's a nut. Why can't I throw like shuriken or something? If he got a little bit of health, throw a ninja star at him, bro. Throw something. Throw the stick at him.
Hey, hit that man with one of the magic things from your head, bro.
The pluck. Man.
Bruh, I go to swing at this dude, bruh, and he just disappeared. Like, he disappeared for at least a minute, bruh. I'm looking like, where you gonna go, bruh? And, bruh, he comes with the spinning tornado kick out of the shadow step, and I'm like, man.
Bodied you.
Boy, I was hot, bruh.
One thing I got to get better at that you really got to do in this game, you got to use them potions. You got to use them.
Yes.
That stamina, all that. Everything, bro. Because I don't prepare like I should. Like, I don't make the potions I need and all that. I just kind of go in there and fight.
Yeah. Right.
And you kind of need your stuff.
And look at that. And I think that, man, come on, bro. And
that looks like
I think that's the way. Like, again, it is a video game, and games are meant to be manipulated to your will once you learn the tricks of the trade. But I just feel like, no, they like, no, we know you're gonna do that, so we gonna turn the tables on you. Because, like you said, one thing that I love about this game, and I'll be honest with you, off rip, I love this game. I think it has the aesthetics. It graphically is pleasing. It is a great like feel of a game and all of that stuff. And I'm playing on PS5. You're playing on PS5, right?
Yeah, PS5.
And so, like, graphically, everything has been running smooth. I haven't had any problems. I know the game crashed on you the other day.
And that had me hot.
Yeah.
I was heated.
But ultimately, I think the game is great. And I want to love the game so bad. But, man, those moments when I'm about to take down a boss and they do something that seems egregiously unfair, it makes me angry. But I'll be honest with you. Like, go ahead, G.
What were we talking about? We were talking about
the preparation. I was just gonna get to the point of like it's forcing you to play the game that the game was intended to be played, but just like you, I just run up to people and like, hey, if you beat me, you beat me. But I'm gonna figure it out a little bit. I'm gonna figure out a little bit of what you're gonna do. But yeah, the potions, the spells, the magic. Because I feel like chapter 1 is just a introduction to the game and the mechanics, because we don't even get Cloud Step until we defeat, one of the hardest boss I had time with. So yeah, I think, like I said, so that's what I was saying. Yeah, I want to love the game, man. But yeah, because here's another thing, G. Oh, no. That's what I was going to say, bro. I think one of the hottest aspects of the game is that you can respec without penalty at any point in time. So you can actually prepare for individual bosses on the fly once you hit that, that altar or whatever. So you can design whatever build you want to take on whatever enemy you're about to face. But I still feel like I'm fighting with a stick, bruh. Like, and I feel that way. Even though it's a magic staff, I feel like ultimately I'm fighting giants with a stick. I'm hitting motherfuckers in their shin, bruh.
But he handling his business with the stick. I ain't gonna lie, he's doing his thing.
Okay.
Bit.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
And he getting some powers. He getting it. He getting it together.
But when it come, two things I absolutely can't stand outside of the input unfairness is the bear was just abnormally strong. Like, you get hit once, it's a wrap. Like, if you go ahead. Even in chapter 1.
Wasn't he controlled by somebody? Something was controlling him, right?
Yeah, remember all the sages, the 6 sages. So the story is the 6 sages have been dispersed into the world. So every final boss has a sage that's powering them to be overpowered and everything. But man, forget all that. This bad boy had fire claws. It reminded me of the fire bear from Zero Dawn, bruh. Hey man, look, I'm all for a challenge, bruh. I'm fine with that, bruh. But that no, man. No,
you
bro.
should have knew though. Playing Elden Ring, you should have knew. Remember the bears in Elden Ring? I don't even listen. I don't care what boss. I will fight any boss before I go fight a bear. I'm not fighting the Elden Ring bear, bro.
But that's what I'm saying, though. G, like, because I see where you rank it, and you're saying that it's not as hard as Sekiro. Again, man, Elden Ring, because in Elden Ring, you can get good. Like, I feel like even at the most powerful you could be in chapter 1, with all the things that they've given you, all the secrets that you found out, you can never be stronger than that bear. Like, you cannot go into that bear fight and like one tap it. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna happen. Like, so, I don't care what kind of magic you got, what kind of potions you got, it's gonna run out. Yeah. you gonna have to get lucky at the right moment. And again, like, I've seen videos already being posted about, no hit runs on that bear. And all they were doing though was just standing so far back that the bear was just out of range when it was doing its attacks. And I get that, and you can do that, but that's not my type of fighting. You know what I'm saying?
You know how many times they probably had to record that video to get that? Because there's no way you getting a no-hit run on some of these bosses, bro. The attack range is too crazy.
It's absolutely insane, bro. But what else surprised you about chapter 1 and the opening of this game?
I think that I was so obviously they've been making this game has been hyped up for years. Like, they've been talking about it for years.
They said like 14 years.
Yeah, it's been a thing. And I think when I got to play, because I think the first clip I remember seeing of them teasing it was the cicada thing. So when I seen that and I was actually the cicada, I was like, oh, this is dope, man. I'm finally able to play the game. And for them to be a mobile game company that made this, they did a beautiful job.
Yes, sir. I will 100% agree with that. Shout out to Game Science, the developers of the game. This was their first platform game. It has become the number 1 most concurrent played game, solo game on Steam. With over 10 million 10 million players within its first week. Most players are on PC, I will say that. But Game Science, shout out to them. They have done an amazing job with this game. But fuck them. And I didn't mean to even curse. But F them. I'll edit it out. But F them. Because
what game did they make before this to have the money to make this Wukong?
I don't know. And actually thinking about the game and its linearity at times, it makes sense that the budget probably wasn't too crazy because, I mean, you got to think about it. Making a game look good, well, you run it through Unreal Engine is going to look good no matter what. Like, Fortnite was free. So, I mean, Fortnite was free, but when you run Fortnite through the Unreal Engine, it looks phenomenal, right? So, I don't know if the budget was too crazy, but I know they making a lot of money with it now.
And the crazy thing is, so this was like, if they would have failed on this, they would have lost. That company would have been gone. Yeah, I'm imagining that they put everything they had into everything. This. So imagine the game flop, or they just didn't have enough money, or somebody walked out on them. So company's gone.
So
crazy.
That brings up another point as we get ready to close out on chapter 1. So understand. This is Chinese folklore. Well, biggest country in the world, China. So a majority of the players right now are Chinese, which makes sense because you're talking about. I equate it to I equate it to Hogwarts Legacy. My whole life, I wanted to be a wizard because I read Harry Potter and I was a big Harry Potter fan. Well, you imagine in China. Journey to the West was probably a huge, a huge staple in the household. So when this game comes out, like I said, it's been hyped up for 14 years. And now it's finally here. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to hop on. And now they're reliving a childhood dream. You know what I'm saying? So I think they hit the nail on the head with like media coverage and the lore behind it. And like I said, now that the story is coming out that, the creator of Dragon Ball Z really took inspiration from this story. That just only propels it. But once they start playing the game and they fall into Blue Head Man and the Bear, they realize, hey, bro, this is real.
So hold on, before I know you say we're getting ready to close. Yeah. So do you think the secret, the optional Blue Head Man was harder than the original?
No,
I thought it was easier.
Yeah, I thought the secret boss, the gold head dude, was easier than the blue head dude. But I think you said it best. The blue head dude was hard because I'm like you. I questioned myself 2 or 3 times in the battle. I was like, yeah, I'm probably not supposed to be fighting him right now. But my tenacity of, no, I'm not, you're not going to punk me.
Not in front of my screen. No.
Hey, no, not today. I will spend all night. But I think that's what made it hard. But then as we start to get better at the game through chapter 1, we started to realize the ins and outs and how to use stamina and not to dodge in certain things. Yeah. But then again, like I said, the drawback is even when you learn, you still get defeated. And it's like, bruh, hey, man. And you got a stick, bruh.
The worst part is getting their health down to a slither.
Boy.
And yours is right there with it.
Oh, with the stress?
You get greedy and fuck around and die.
Hey, bruh.
And don't let that fucking incense box be 10 feet or 10 miles away.
Hey, we're gonna talk about that for chapter 2 because that got me. That got me, bro. But so okay. What I was gonna say. Final thoughts about chapter 1. You said you were just happy that it was actually happening. You actually got the game, actually ready to get it. You know what I'm saying? Underway.
It's a beautiful game. My final thoughts is it's a beautiful game. Chapter 1 was very fun. I think the game is great. I think they did a great job. I love it. I'm gonna keep playing There's so many secrets to it.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just a game that you can play for hours and hours. It said like 60 hours for completion, but if you do everything, it's probably like 100. Gotta be something like that.
I believe it is as of right now, with all the hype, I think it's a front runner for Game of the Year. Just because it's so different. I do think it has elements of Wulong by way of like you're in an area and then you can farm that area until you get to the final boss. But like you said, the amount of secrets that are in the game are astronomical, and you can literally get lost and turned around in wherever you are in the game. My bad, I got all kinds of stuff right here. And so like my final thoughts on chapter 1 was it's different, but man, it was, I was glad to be done with the bear. Man, what do you think about those cartoons at the end of the chapter?
I like them. They're beautiful. They're like a nice way to end it. I like it. I like all the cutscenes in the game are fire.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen a bad cutscene yet.
Yeah, and I think it just adds to the folklore that you get to watch a scene of the, I guess the storyline of the game. And I think that's dope. But yeah, my overall thoughts is that, man, the game is dope. I want to keep playing because it is a challenge. And when you ultimately beat the unfair bosses, it just makes you want to cuss them out even more. Like, yeah, see, chumps. But yeah, I'm excited to keep going, man. So yeah, that's chapter 1, bro. Them initial thoughts, bro. It was enough to make us keep playing, and I think that was the goal, right?
Yeah, it was. I'm sorry, I mean, cuss. It was enough to make us start a whole new channel and do breakdown reactions to it. This game is beautiful.
Yeah.
We have added a whole new thing to our life just for this game.
Hey, bro, that's a great point to end off of, man. For our very first upload, our very first The Game Club, I guess, title of the name of the channel is a work in progress. But that's a great point to end off of, man. If y'all stay with us this long, make sure y'all hit that like button. Comment down below y'all's thoughts of chapter 1, because man, I know y'all have thoughts as well, especially if you're playing the same type of game. But remember, we're going to be covering all types of games on here. So if it ain't something that we covered that you are interested in tonight, hey man, just hold on, because I promise you.
Just comment down below if there's a certain game you want to see, because we ain't gonna just do the new games like you said, Dubs. We'll jump back and do an older one. I'm completely fine with that.
Well, G has a lot of older games that he ain't even finished yet. So,
bro, I'm not that far behind, bro.
Bro, you are, bro. What did you buy? Wildlands and Wild Heart? Didn't even play.
I'm not playing that one.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got Mario Wonder sitting on my Switch right now. I ain't touched it.
Look at you.
Hey, I agree. I'm right there. Not as bad, but I'm there.
I'm not.
Hey,
whatever.
Subscribe. And we out.
Deuces.